Hello and welcome everybody, I'm one proud Bavarian and we are back here in Rome. Last episode I asked the Senate where should we expand towards next? Should it be Epirus, should it be the Etruscans and the north of the peninsula, or should it be Carthage? And you, the Senate, has responded with confusion. Many of you have held some different opinions on this, so I am free to choose whatever I want to do. Get dabbed on, dear viewers, because now I'm in the position to just go with whatever I think we might want to go with. And I feel like Lucius Julius Libo is going to have one more job as general, and then he's going to cancel, or get cancelled rather. Numerius Postumius Megellus, on the other hand, doesn't really do much. We do indeed need to recover our manpower, and with that manpower we also need to kind of help this region out over here, because you will quickly see that this region is quite unhappy with everything going down over here. You know, all of them are falling in loyalty, although it is not all that significant, all things considered. It does have an impact though, so I would rather like to get rid of it. I'm also going to actually invoke Devotio, or do I need to do this? That is my question. You know what? I don't think I do. So we're just going to go ahead and ignore that. We can ignore that for a couple of years. We have a pretty decent navy at this point. Still smaller, of course, than the... Oh, actually equal to the Carthaginian navy. I'm pretty happy with that then. I do suspect though, because I've seen this in a stream that I had today with Massilia, that Carthage probably picked up some traditions that makes it so that, yeah, they already have a bonus of 15% thanks to their tradition in a base level, but they probably picked up some other stuff that makes it so that they can do things quicker and better. Now what we're also going to do is I'm going to take down some of these fortifications that we have sitting around over here. I'm also thinking about, by the way, yeah, I think what we're going to do is, and I'm not going to do it right now because actually moving pops around costs more as long as we have a populist leader, a populist consul. It's good old Gnaeus Flavius, the absolute madman that made us into the consulship 2 times. I'm going to get rid of some of these forts, and then I want to optimize a little bit. So over here I would love to have primarily citizens, and over here I would love to have primarily freemen, so that, you know, actually... Sorry. Citizens over here, freemen over here. I would love to get that organized, and that feels pretty good. I think we're going to build an additional... So I'm gonna get rid of one of these training camps, because they're not that significant, and I would love to have one fort here, so that we can keep anybody coming from over there, you know, in this area. We can also get rid of this fort. There you go. Meaning that I don't have to pay maintenance on that at all anymore. And now let me take a look around. I like these forts actually, those are fairly okay. This fort not really necessary, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. You know, don't want to pay for it. I love this fort line, this one is so good, so I'm gonna keep them exactly the way they are. Yeah, these are perfect. These are actually perfect fort lines. This is nice. I don't need to change anything over here. What are we going to do? Well, first of all, I agree with the majority opinion that appeared to be, hey, you need to take a bit of a break here because our manpower is absolutely atrociously low. And, you know, maybe go ahead and, you know, just kind of unite the rest of whatever's going on. Import wood. I can give it to one of you, Ilvatia or Sepontum. Now, Sepontum I will declare war on in a bit, that is. Where are you? Ah, sure. I'll trade with you. Shipwrecked, one of Rome's most renowned merchant traders. And speaking of monetary success, I need to, and where is it? There it is. I need to bring our budget down a bit. He tells of a huge shipment of exotic fruits which sank beneath the rolling waves on a journey from Aternum to Colusa. He beseeches us to cover at least some of the losses in order to preserve the reputation of Roman trade throughout the world. Marcus Fulvius Paetinus, I remember him. Honestly, never truly liked him. How awful we should help, gives him some loyalty. We could also just buy the entire trading thing, and I think that is exactly what we're going to do. Aternum now in a position to, until the end of the game, have one more trade route. So that is right over here. And I feel like grain, furs, or horses, all of which are nice. It will cost us extra to actually go ahead and get a trade line, and I even see that we can't get any of the tree lines that I had in mind. Not even grain. Tree lines? What am I talking about? Trade lines. Language is a very difficult thing, it appears. Now let's change our economy laws a bit. We don't need, in peacetime, the army to be on top of its game. We don't... the fleet maintenance, only we can keep it up. If we keep this up, it doesn't really harm us in any meaningful way, so I'm going to do exactly that. The wages still going fairly well. I would love to have both of you there. Perfect. Maybe I can even go down a little bit. We're still making a really good profit. Yeah, this is a nice balance. Now we have more trade routes, and we are in a pretty strong position all around. Don't really need any of those. Maybe olives. We already have a bonus, though. Leather and vegetables. Doesn't appear to be an option, does it? Vegetables move slaves costs. None of those are truly interesting. Look at this. Now we have open trade routes in every single corner of the realm. That is quite significant. Veneto wants an alliance, but I'm... Wait, you count as a regional power? They do, wow. Well, that is interesting. You know what, actually? I think I was wrong there. I shouldn't have done that. If we get Veneto on our side, it should be very, very easy to bash the north. But then again, Veneto is not our friend. If you truly think about it, we can't view them as friends. I'm gonna get rid of this, sure. And here we are, in front of Sipontum. Now we could threaten a war here, but they will surely say no. I'm gonna go ahead with it anyway. Do we get the... Yes, the Senate approves. I will have to alter this maintenance a little bit, at least, so that we can crush this army over there. Oh, we did just integrate Marsia. Didn't get a message for it, but that's fine. I'm gonna get rid of this fort, because we really do not need it. And then I would love to take a look at you guys over here. I'm gonna send you a little bit of a gift. Now at plus 170, so this will be annexed as soon as possible as well. And then once our morale is back, I'm gonna go ahead and invade one of the last free cities. One of the last free Italian cities, that is. So let's, you know, just threaten a bit of a war. They're gonna say no, but that is fine, and here we go. Immediately said no, and let's move in, crush them, and take what is ours. Yeah, they've been absolutely demolished here. So let's just go ahead. They do get a bonus, sadly, because of the port, so I'm gonna intervene there. The Epic Writer. We've seen this before in different campaigns. I'm going to give him as much money as he needs. We have incredible amounts of money in this Rome game. I hope that they really don't come into this, because I don't want to take all of that attrition. I would rather trade with you, I think, than with Epirus, please. Thank you. So many scorned families as well. That's pretty crazy. Alright, we shall destroy them here, of course. There you go, very, very easy fight. I mean, they had nothing. And now with our ships here, and I really like this, it's a base mechanic that works very, very well. It happens so that they are blockaded, which means that they don't get the port bonus anymore. And we're pretty much good to go. Rome, what a campaign it has been so far. We've had a crazy man, a lunatic, a blind man. What else? We had one more. Oh, a brain damaged man. Right, we actually had somebody that officially had brain damage. It said that in his traits. You know, it wasn't just a casual insult by his political opponents, it was just the state of mind that he was in. And it was, to be fair, quite significant. Now, are we running towards anything here? It doesn't look like it, which is very, very nice. But the provinces are changing loyalty, and what that... Oh! They're already rising up again. I was preparing, you know, giving them some troops. So I was prepared to give them troops so that we shall, you know, have a better base there. Some provincial troops, but instead, and the epic finishes, and it's a terrible one. God damn it. So unlucky so far. And here we go, Quintus Fabius Gorges. And the next candidate, yikes. Oh, he just died. Well, goodbye, buddy. I don't like this one bit. He's so celebrated. Attain governorship. He isn't even a citizen. Excuse you. How can you... He's not a citizen. How can he... How could he possibly become the consul if he's not a citizen? What is up with that? Give me all the money that you have, and then give me all your country. And I'm going to put down the aggressive expansion, because we obviously do not want that. Alright, and that unites a bigger part of Rome, and Pelignia can now also be annexed. I'm a big fan of that. Put him up. And then we have Frentania, who will soon be able to be annexed. Can I send them another gift? Nah, that's definitely not it. Okay. Can I go for an additional trade route in something that actually matters. If we have wood bonus, right, what do we get? Trireme discipline. You know what? I actually am a big fan of that. So I'm going to import wood into our capital just so that our ships are overall a bit better. You know, they're already pretty good, but a bit better is even better. Lucius Julius Libo, I will hold a triumph for you. He does deserve it. He served us well in multiple wars, and now it's time to put somebody else in front of this. Oh, another Julius. Maybe that would be too much of kind of, you know, almost being like corruption. I think we're just going to go with Papirius. I think Papirius, yeah, there you go. They're also a scorned family. No longer, which is very, very nice. And then we have a Postumius over here. He didn't really ever do much. So I think we're just going to put... What about Gnaeus Flavius? Is the Flavii dynasty. They are unhappy about life and all that. And no longer. Yeah, no longer. The new family, the Postumi family, however, is unhappy. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to annex those. Our manpower is coming back very, very quickly. I'm actually delighted that the province loyalty is already going up this significantly, despite, you know, having some cultural conversion going over there. Interesting. I think what I would like to do in Latium, maybe change this and put in encourage trade. Because that is actually quite nice. Sure, let's do it. Let's get an additional trade route here. We could go for fish this time around. Oh, wait, what? I mean grain. We could go for grain this time around. And that is... Oh, earthenware. The national freeman output is pretty big. But actually getting this done is tough. So we're going to go with grain from Sicania. And I was personally thinking, you know, before I jumped into this episode, there you go. I don't think we want to go for Carthage right now. Rome would not perceive a Carthage as weak as a Carthage that loses its influence in Sicily as an opponent. Now, of course, they do hold Sardinia and so on and so forth, but I do not believe one bit that they would actually be interested in striking them down if there's no direct need. While on the other hand, Etruria, of course, is an enemy. An enemy that must be defeated and an enemy that will be defeated by us. And I think we will defeat them in this very episode. After that, I personally believe we should be looking towards Epirus, because Epirus is actually growing larger. You can see it yourself. They are a direct competition in control over the Fretum Hydruntinus, and with that being the case, we have to take care of them. I mean, you know, how much can we actually let go of their transgressions against Roman people? We are also storing up a decent amount of manpower. It's pretty quick, I'll be honest with you. It's pretty nice. I'm going to accept this just for a second, because I'm going to have to disable that anyway. Alright, now with all that being done, we put fleet maintenance down a bit, fort maintenance up. We're still positive with, you know, free trade and lax taxes, giving us less unrest. I think that even may have done this here. I have the feeling that that actually did do it, you know, because it directly balances out the cultural conversion there. And I feel as though we want to be as aggressive as we can here. Let us destroy the Etruscans once and for all. The little-known city of Tempsa has been gathering quite a reputation as a hub of free trade. People from all origins are beginning to flock here in order to sell their wares in our land. Whilst this is clearly of benefit to us, we should consider how best to maximize our advantage. I want to know where this is. Tempsa. Alright, it's down here, and we can have Romans in here, which is very, very nice. Currently, they're Brutians. I would be very, very happy. What about just getting a Roman freeman? Sure. We're already at 10k, Jesus Christ, dude. How much manpower do you have? 18k? Has a solid amount of divisions or, you know, units, but we are going to destroy them, of course. And they have nothing in terms of front lines, and fort lines over here, so we should have a pretty easy time going in. Remain here, thank you very much. We're gonna cross the river, and we're going to attack them. But we are going to win out significantly. I'm gonna put up the army maintenance a bit, and I know this will put us over the edge here, but I'll be real with you. We're gonna be fine. Veneto does want an alliance, but I'll be real with you. I don't think we need you. I do not believe for a single second that Rome relies on Veneto. I'm gonna go for Etruria here, because then we're gonna get ticking war score very, very early on. We're going to, of course, go for Corsica if we can. Are you actually getting away with this? There you go, now we caught him. Very, very nice. You want trade, and I say yes to that idea. We can also actually get some more ideas, because we are past the point of being ruled by a populace, but we might get there quite soon again. So I really want to... I'm in interest here of taking care of it, of this. Wrong culture group happiness, that's a big one for me. What else do we have? The popularity gain is kind of nice. But I feel as though I really want to go with this tech investment stuff. That is what sounds good to me. Or, sorry, tech investment, sure. There you go. Alright, let's crush them and let's see how we will perform here. Oh, wow, yeah. They had no morale, of course. Oh my god. We are victorious. Well, who could have seen that coming, huh? Alright, why don't we try to just to take this fort over here. But in the meantime, we siege this down. You didn't even need to siege it down now that I looked at it. Would have been fine otherwise as well. They might come back for us here. So they might attack our stack, but I feel good about it. I feel also good about Proculus Papirius Corso. I think he's gonna be fine. Now they're on that island. Do you have a port? You do not. Okay. That's good to know, really. We're gonna take down the pathway here. And he's coming back, which I did anticipate. And he's probably gonna... No, he's just hanging out, okay. Thought he might do something stupid. Let's take down all of Etruria so that we get the points for it. Scandal. So we have an affair between Aulus Junius Bobulcus and Flavia Tertia. Damn, she got a, you know... Got it in herself. She's already 62. What do you want me to say? Looking at this, you're already sick because you have dysentery. And you do have the money, but he doesn't seek treatment for some reason. This is none of our business. Absolutely not. I shall take away your position in government. Yeah. Absolutely, my friend. You do not deserve to be here if this is how you treat... You know what? Lucius Julius Libo is actually a celebrated war hero. I think it makes perfect sense to have him there. You know, do his job as the praetor of the military. Let's just take all of this down. If they do come for this army, we can force march our way into it. But I don't think that they will actually. I think they're gonna ignore all of this. I'm gonna go with some more manpower, I feel. Maybe some research points would do ourselves a favor. You know what? Research points is a long-term investment that I'm willing to make. We need to succeed. Okay, I almost, you know, was like, is he coming? Oh, but he's coming here for sure. And I'm going in. I feel like Gnaeus Flavius wants to prove himself. His father was a madman, but a successful one. He brought through a legal reform as well as taking the consularship. Was it 2 or 3 times? I can't even remember. May have been 3 times. I wish it showed it somewhere, but it doesn't. There's no chronic like that, sadly. But I'm telling you straight up, like, that is a man... Oh, you failed me. I'm telling you straight up. Is this the best strategy for us here? Yes, bottleneck is the best strategy. Oh, and they got rid of their commander? He must have died just hours before the battle started. And they are paying with the lives of their soldiers. Wow. He must have died hours before we arrived on the battlegrounds. That is tough for them. That is very, very tough for them indeed. And this has almost fallen to our good old Papirius. Now after that we need to take down the other fort, of course, as well. My question is just who exactly... I'm okay with some of our pops being, you know... I think we're just gonna like take you out and then take you out. I'm not gonna go for this at the moment because there is too much of a different amount of factions over there, you know? I don't want to get into Veneto's face if I don't have to. I don't think they could take us out, first of all, but I don't want to really... Lucius Postumius Megellus, the one that we took away. So we took away his generalhood. Huh. And the Siege of Adluna has finally been won. Meaning that I'll just head over there. And now we have another researcher. Oh wait, was that the one? I don't think it was. Might have been his father. Drusius Ogulnius. I guess Ogulnius is still unhappy, and indeed they are. But we also have a Valerius, and we know the Valerius family. They are trustworthy. Oh, and it still doesn't make them happy, man. You can't make these families happy. It's just too many of them. Simply too many of them. You know what? Why don't you go stop this army over here? The 9k are isolated, and we shall take them. And you can take this over here. This should be a very, very easy victory. Gnaeus Flavius, prove yourself. Do not disappoint me. And disappoint me he kind of did. Taking far more casualties and far more issues here. But we are winning. At the end of the day, they are merely barbarians. Not deserving of being called equal foes of our legions. Ooh, and I was wondering, right? Yeah, probably don't want to take this one. Ooh, where are you going? That's an interesting predicament, you know? And 19k. He can't cross through here unless he does Shattered Retreat. So he just goes over there, I suppose. Oh, he's coming. But we are defending here in this position, so this should be good. They're also inspired, actually. Yeah, they got fucked. Pumpu Aukana. First of all, silly name. Second of all, you're done. The law change, by the way, to get more manpower was incredible. Like, that did such tremendous work in getting our everything up, pretty much, at this point. I'm gonna take you out for sure. You have no place. Here we go. Force march your way over. Wait, why did I put you there? I meant to put you over here. Put him into the wrong city. Alright, this should be an easy fight. I think Gnaeus Flavius is gonna get the triumph. Like, I can't say guaranteed, but I feel like, you know, with all the marches and the sieges that he has successfully completed, maybe. Now, I will say, if I would be able to get military action access here, which I will not be at least until I send them a gift, and now we will get it, so, you know what, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. It's isolated, it's far away, but we can absolutely take it. And we also have to take Corsica, of course. With this being the case, I feel like it is only fair if we actually give them a little bit of the taste of Roman forces even up here. Oh, I have to ask him, right. I want military access, thank you very much. Then I want you to march up here. Take the coastline, you know, we can take Genuatia right after. Who are you? Genuatan Revolt. Interesting. Oh, they just can't siege it. That is why the revolt is going on forever. Straight up can't take it. Oh, look at you. You fools. You didn't know what you were coming in for. And now you're paying the iron price. Yeah. I hate that our... So they appear to be using skirmishing quite often, meaning that our turtle strategy is pretty terrible. Deception looks very, very nice because it gives a huge bonus to the light cavalry. What is good against skirmishing? It would be deception. You know what? I'm going to try it. It is less effective for our major units, so for the heavy infantry here. But, you know, it can be used. Sure. What are you doing there? You're just chilling? Just hanging out? Oh, look at our vessels going over there. Do we have anything interesting that I should know? I do not believe we do. I'm going to start integrating you, and then we will have everybody. All of the Foederati will be integrated into our realm. Why were you there? Why was he standing here? Who are you? Ilvatia. Guess I'll take you out and then continue. What? What is this? Wait, what? Is somebody coming in here? And the siege has been won, meaning that all of Etruria, except Corsica, has fallen to us, and we shall take Corsica. Do not doubt our ability to take it. Right, we can also get an invention here. Oh, national citizen output. Yes, please. What about... You know what? I'm going to get the ruler popularity gain here. Sure. Technology is doing fine. As long as I'm at like 100%, I think I feel good about it. Why is this? Really? But they're only 3k. You know what? Let's just march on here. I'm going to use this army, by the way, to take out first of all this and then Corsica. I feel like that's the best opportunity. Yeah, what are they doing? They're just standing there because they physically can't return to Etruria. Amazing. Alright, take them out over there. And in the meantime, you take these out. There they are. Why does it... You know what? I want to see this battle. What is up with this? This doesn't look at all like, oh, this might be unsuccessful. Hey, and it actually worked. Deception is destroying skirmishing. Alright. I approve of this. Oh, and somebody's already sieging you, huh? This is my siege, is this correct? Yes. Yes. This is the siege of Intimilia. I know these very intimately these days. If we can just... I guess, honestly, I don't want this. We can get this, like, in one fell swoop later on. Don't want to bother with it. Honestly, just don't want to bother with it. You know what I do want to bother with? Corsica. Fuck. You know, I actually take this island. Oh, he went via the boat. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just take it. The Etruscans are coming back, but I doubt that they will actually be able to siege down anything here. Because we will end this war in a second. I think I just need one city in Corsica. Because they don't actually have a fort here. I know this for a fact, and it's a really good fact to know, because it means that you can take Corsica really early on for most factions here. There you go, and now we should be able to demand everything. Oh yeah, I don't want those, that's fine. I'm gonna take this. If I could make them vassals, I would do it, but what's the point? I'm just gonna take all of what Etruscans hold, as well as all of their money, of course. Major power, Jesus. Vetulonia, the capital of Tuscia, is the largest city in the province of Tuscia. Vetulonia plays an essential role in controlling the area. By introducing the population to Roman culture and assimilating some of them with our own ways, we will turn them to our cause and make sure the province will stay loyal as we continue our expansion in the future. Good, more Romans. 20% will become Romans. Wow. Sure, yeah. It's just one city, but that's pretty significant. Etruscan elite, I will get rid of all of them. And I think I'm just gonna banish, choose this one for the aggressive expansion going down. We can threaten war, support rebels, and have alliances. Amazing. More capital import routes, diplomatic relations, diplomatic range, government bonus multiplier. Wow, that's big. Changed governor policy cost. Very, very nice. So with this one, we now get 3. We get 3 points every single month just because we have the matching ideas. That's really, really good. Wow. Okay, you get the trade. That's fine. We also now have control of Corsica, as mentioned before. Can't really colonize anything, though. And look at Carthage. It really does make me think. Do we want to fight Carthage, or do we not want to fight Carthage? Are you in bed with... Oh, you're in bed with Siculia. Not with Syracuse. So now we're a major power, and being a major power, we are extraordinarily strong, but that is the last step before you become a great power. So we are now something that everyone around us should fear, be it, you know, Macedon, or be it us, or be it us, we should fear ourselves. I guess you should never fear anybody but yourselves. Alright, we can have a new governor here. This, honestly, going very well. Postumius. Ooh, Vibius Sulpicius Saverio. That's the son of the one that was originally and historically the co-consul of our original consul, Publius Sempronius Sophus. So I'm gonna name him, and he's immediately converting. You know what? I appreciate it, mate. Really do appreciate it. Alright, we got one more trade route here, which is big. Very, very big. Sadly, we're not capturing that many slaves. Oh, we have negative civic power, apparently. Amazing. Alright, bring them over. I'll be real with you. I think our next step will be towards Epirus. I want full control of all of this. The Mare Adriaticum needs to be our ocean. And after that, we may turn towards the western Mediterranean Sea, but for the moment, I do not believe it necessary. Let's put all of this down. This is actually fine. I'm going to keep wages high to keep loyalty high. And we still have a decent amount of manpower. We're going to assemble a decent amount of manpower as well. We're annexing Frentania. And the boot is practically ours. In the next episode, dear viewers, we will attack Epirus. Look at him. Look at Pyrrhus. Pyrrhus, what did you do to your hair? What did you do to your hair indeed? And who is the next? Oh, Lucius Julius Libo. Lucius, you have to know, is an experienced general. So, despite not being primarily interested in the military faction, although he's drifting there, I will admit, he is somebody that surely knows that the truth is that Rome can only but grow more powerful if they expand. So I feel like this is pretty okay. Almost equal to Carthage at this point. Although we, of course, could have, you know, better resources, all things considered. But we're making a shitload of money here if I actually ever were to, you know, go back up. Which I don't really want to do at the moment because I like the national unrest going low. Yeah, look at this. He's slightly falling, but only very, very slightly. And it might even go up in a second. We will also, in the next episode, so at the start of the next episode, we're going to take a look at all of these governor policies. As I said, I think after that, we're going to make the jump into Epirus. I like that, you know, we have an opportunity here to go against the barbarians in the north, but they don't really threaten us at this time. And there's no barbarian stronghold here either, so we're kind of okay with this, I feel. Genuatia. If they ever were to win the war against the rebellion, well then again, just go here right now. Has military access. If we go against them, maybe we should go against them first, so that we get this, you know, nice little curve here. Anyway, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and later, alligator.